welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Alex Michael May. We're looking rough today. I swear I took my eye makeup off. Do you guys ever have this happen where like I got every stitch off, right? Next day you wake up and it looks like this? Like where did this come from? Where were these reserves? Just a little update. I've been traveling, I feel like nonstop since Coachella, since maybe even before, I can't even remember. But I'm home now and I'm very, very happy to be home. And I took yesterday off, it was a Monday, just to like settle in. And I just needed to do a reset completely without my phone. Like I turned my phone off for a few hours and I just like spent some time in the yard and meditated and did some laundry and like dishes and like, yeah, it was really, really nice. Anyway, all that to say, I'm home. There is so much to be done. I've got a couple meetings. I need to get in the shower. The house is like in okay shape, but I did get a lot of packages when I was gone. I don't know if you can see the little pile. So I thought today could be just like, a little get ready with me and maybe some unboxings. I'm not sure what I'm gonna get to, but it's gonna be a variety video. But I thought that I would show you guys my everyday summer makeup because I've been promising that, and boy. So I'm gonna hop in the shower now and wash my hair, and I thought I could show you guys my everyday summer makeup and like how I've been curling and styling my shorter hair, along with whatever random things we get into. So yeah, I'm gonna hop in the shower and I'll catch you guys in a second. I took my little shower. I've been using these like microfiber towels after I get out of the shower to like absorb excess moisture, and I've really been liking it. This one is from T3. I actually got it at an event. I think they sell it, but I have another one. Hold on, I'm gonna grab it. I have not tried these yet, but this is by Kitsch and it's the quick drying hair towel for frizzy, curly, or straight hair. So it's super absorbent. You use them all the same way. You just bend over and like twirl the front and like fasten it to the back. And then I also saw that they had these towel scrunchies for sweaty, salty, and wet hair. So if you're gonna go work out or you wanna go to the gym and shower there and put it up, it's a like very absorbent microfiber in a scrunchie, which I thought was pretty clever. So these are from Kitsch. I haven't tried them yet, but I did just get them. So I can keep you posted. Anyway, my hair's been up in this for like a little bit. I was supposed to have a call that got rescheduled, so I've got a little more time to get ready before, because I was like, oh, I've got to do my call with wet hair. I didn't want to. My skin is feeling very dry. I was in Colorado over the weekend, and I think just like spending so much time in the desert lately, my skin's been feeling really dry. So I'm just gonna do some skincare right now. I have been using Tula because you guys have recommended it, and I'm trying to stick with it to see which products I love for the gaps of the products that they don't make or that I don't have from them. So the first thing I'm gonna do is actually go in with Sunday Riley Pink Drink. This is like an essence. And that's really just primes the skin so that it can absorb more of the other stuff. But all I'm doing all of this for is to just explain that when I do my makeup, I've been seeing a lot more success with it wearing through the day and even being put on when my skin is prepped properly. So I'm just gonna add some vitamin C drops and then a moisturizer. This is not my full morning routine. Usually I use like a cryo mask and I do some like rolling and facial like massage, but we don't have time today. If you want my like morning skincare routine with like my cryo mask and all that stuff, I can do like a full morning routine. I also had such a lovely morning routine today in my yard. I should take you guys someday because it's truly magical right now with all of the things in bloom. I've got my little strawberries. I have like, the grass is really long right now, and so it's like holding dew in like these really beautiful patterns. There's so many butterflies right now. Anyway, I love my nature, you know. And now I'm just gonna put on a moisturizer. I'm also gonna use a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream because that was literally created for makeup to sit on top of properly. Whew, this feels so good. I haven't done my like full skincare routine for a few days because I was traveling, and so I was kind of like not doing my fullness, and then yesterday I was feeling tired and I didn't. So time to get back to it. I feel like when it comes to consistency, it's not my strong suit, but I realize that the difference is that like giving up and just getting back to it whenever you can, that's still better. Like done is better than perfect, first of all. Doing something is better than nothing. And second of all, you know, perfection isn't even real, but if you can't, like, for example, if I'm like, oh, I don't have time to do my full skincare routine, or I'm too tired or whatever, instead of just being like, F it and not doing anything, you can still use a makeup remover wipe and use like a night cream. So I'm trying to like be a little better about not being perfectionistic about that. So now I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. and I'm loving this to prep the skin. It has such a cool story behind it, actually. Apparently, I don't know if I already told you guys this, but Charlotte Tilbury was a celebrity makeup artist, and she was seeing that a lot of her clients who were like models and celebrities were having like their skin wasn't looking good. And so she was having trouble with their makeup looking good because they were having skin issues. So she concocted this little cream and started putting it in a jar and labeling it like Charlotte's cream. And then people started asking like, can we have some of that magic cream? Because it was like making their skin look so good, especially before they were putting on makeup. So anyway, that is the story of the Charlotte Tilbury magic cream. And it took me a while to get into this. I actually had it and I was like, is a makeup company going to be good at skincare? And in reality, yeah, because everything's formulated to make your skin as flawless as it can be so that when you're putting on the makeup, it looks even better. So after I like learned that about this and learned about her, I guess, experience and how knowledgeable she is about skincare in addition to makeup, it made me very interested. So the next thing I'm going to do is actually put a little bit of this. They have like a super facial oil that's supposed to be really good with the magic cream. We'll just put a little bit on top because my skin's really dry today. Then I'm going to show you guys my little everyday favorite summer makeup routine. It's just super simple. It doesn't take long. And then I'm going to show you how I curl and get that little wave in my shorter hair. Oh, it feels so good. Definitely need some lymphatic drainage right now. My skin is super bloated. I've been eating a ton of sugar and dairy and I've just been having inflammation all over my body. So I need to get better about that. I got this little farm box over the weekend. If you guys watch my Instagram stories, Sparky is so freaking cute. He got this box of produce. He like put it all away. And then he got inspired and went to my lemon tree and got lemons and made me homemade lemon bars. I put part of his little video. So he made a whole little like DIY video when he picked me up from the airport and had me watch it. When I came home, he had these bars for me. It was so cute. If you guys want me to show you the video here, I will, but I think we may delve into some recipes. I don't know. He's kind of freaking me out. He's becoming like a little manfluencer, yet he won't show his face. So it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so I actually should put some product in my hair before it gets too dry. So before we get into makeup, we're going to do some of the hair products. What am I using right now? I'm gonna use this oil. It's in my other bathroom. Can we talk about the fact that it's somehow May already? I'm using this Blonde Absolute Kerastase oil. My hair is fragile. Okay, she's been through a lot, the blonding, you know, but it's actually holding up really well. And I found since I've like kind of switched up my products and since I've been a little more careful about heat and since I've cut it and gotten my extensions out, I'm finding that it's so much healthier and I'm really, really happy with that right now. It feels really, really good. So I'm just trying to be a little more delicate. I do have a bit of breakage in the front, which is kind of inevitable, I think, with blonding. But other than that, everything's like one length. It's feeling really healthy. So I'm just using that oil. And then I'm actually going to use the Vegamore Grow Mousse. I actually am on like their subscription, which be careful if you sign up, like make sure that you're not on the subscription because it's been charging me and keeps sending me more. And I'm still on my first group of it and I keep putting on my to-do list, like cancel Vegamore. But that being said, I love it so much. I'm not mad that I have the supply. It's just that I have so much that I could take a little break. But I have been seeing really quick growth. And like I said, my hair is like super thick and long and strong. And I noticed that when I use shampoos specifically formulated for growth, like I had been using Bondi Boost and I was happy with it. There's a lot more products in this system, and they also really encourage the scalp massage portion of things. And I really do think, I heard like a celebrity hairstylist, Kristen S. actually said, I'm sure you guys have heard of her product, she's amazing. She said that like one of the things that she attributes to healthy scalp and healthy hair is stimulating the blood flow of the scalp, like massaging your scalp. So I really do subscribe to that. And I think that probably is a big reason why the Vegamore seems to really be thickening and helping things, but I'm not a scientist and I don't know. So now I'm just going to, I've had this product forever. I think I'm over producting, let's be honest. I just like it. I'm just gonna do it. It's just a little rare oil styling cream. It's essentially Moroccan oil in a little cream form because sometimes I find that the oil itself is just a bit heavy on my fine hair. So I'm just gonna put that in. And then my hairstylist actually gave me this. This is by Davinus. It's Heart of Glass Sheer Glaze. So it's a brightening thermal fluid for blondes. So apparently it's a UV filter and fortifying botanical shield. So it's supposed to protect your hair against heat and sun, which was great. I used this when I was in Coachella, etc. But it's also supposed to brighten the blonde. So it's just an oil. Well, it's not an oil. It's like an oily, I don't know, it's a cream, a serum. Listen, never mind. Forget about my descriptions. But I'm putting this in last just to protect my hair because I'm gonna blow dry it a little. I generally try to let it air dry as much as I can. So right now it'll be like partially air dried, but I like to get the product in while it's still wet because otherwise it can get like crunchy. And I'm mostly concentrating this on ends. And then if you're looking for like a perfect blowout, I do really love the Imperial Blowout. This is a transformative styling cream by Orbay. So I'm actually gonna, this is a nice thick cream. Just put a little bit. You do not need all these products, okay? I'm a product lover. So I'm just gonna run a little bit of this through my ends just to get that smooth cuticle sealed up shaft. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm just going to blow dry a little now. I love my T3 Curalux. I've been using T3 products for years, but I love this. So I'm just gonna blow dry a little, mostly at the roots, just so I don't get any funky dryness, like drying there. Then I'll probably let the rest kind of air dry while I have my little Skype meeting. Skype, this is 2000 Zoom. Okay, now I'm sorry that this is a little bit if I actually showed you what this was propped on. It is propped on a plastic cup with a Kleenex box on top of it. That is our tripod today, okay? This is where we are in life, okay? So I actually have a meeting in a few minutes, in 10 minutes to be exact. So I'm just gonna start my skincare and then I'll come back and do the rest of the makeup, but I just wanna look somewhat presentable for my meeting. It's just on Zoom. So now that my skin is like nice and prepped, I like to let that moisturizer and oil and stuff like sit on it a bit before I jump right into my makeup. So that's why I did that before I blow dried my hair just a little bit. And now I'm going to go in. I have been loving this Tula Face Filter Blurring and Moisturizing Primer. It's amazing. I'm gonna show you guys it right now. I shared it on Instagram because I was like, dang, this is awesome. As you can see, I have like redness and discoloration and stuff like that. So this just like gives your whole face like a filter effect without putting anything on. So when you put it on, you can almost like see these little micro beads in it. I don't think you'll be able to see it here. Let me see if I can get it to focus. Probably not, but they're almost these little like micro beads and you're like, what is that? Frankly, I don't know, but I think they like pop in the skin and then blur it. So you saw how much like redness and readiness I was having. So I'm just gonna do this on one side and just show you the difference. Obviously it's not makeup, like it doesn't contain any pigment, so it's not like a tinted moisturizer or anything. But if you've got like pretty decent skin, a lot of people, when I shared it on my Instagram, commented back and they were like, I've actually started using this on days when I don't want to wear foundation. Like, can you see that already? This is crazy. And this was all like one take, so this is instantaneous, as you can tell. So do you see just how much more even and smooth that whole side looks and how like glowy it is compared to this side? So let's do this side. This is my like worst side. You hear the birds chirping, it's so nice. So look at that, it's like already so much better. That's crazy, right? Oh my gosh, I love it. This is my favorite thing. And if I'm like going makeup-less, this is just a great thing to throw on. I just think it just gives an all-over glow to the skin. And obviously like I'm still gonna want coverage because I have like my skin issues, but this is a really great one. I can link this below. And then after that, if I'm having a lot of redness, I actually did a makeup routine for people that have like rosacea or red skin or anything like that. If you guys want a refresh, I did that years ago. If you want a refresh to that routine, if that's something that actually applies to you, let me know and I'm happy to do like my favorite like red skin routine. But I like this L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream, or I love Bye Bye Redness by It Cosmetics. I also have, it's just not in here right now, I have the Dr. Jart, the Cicapair, which is that like green tiger grass. So I kind of interchangeably use these in different ways. I might use a tiny bit of this, but I don't really, my skin's like not that bad and I think that the foundation alone should cover it today. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of this one on today. It just depends. I like them all for different reasons. Sometimes I find that the It Cosmetics one's a little thicker, and if I want just like a very light makeup look, as you can see, that just further neutralizes any redness that I'm having, which I think is really helpful. This is without makeup, just it's looking not too bad, I guess. But I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte's Beautiful Skin Foundation. This is a foundation with skincare in it by Charlotte Tilbury, which you know I love the brand. So I'm just gonna put not even a full pump. I do about a half a pump on here. And then I like to apply it with my fingers. There's actually like no wrong or right. Obviously, if you have like clean hands, I like the It Cosmetics brush as well, but I like to apply it here because I find that the brush kind of sucks up a lot of product and I feel like you waste a lot of product by applying it there first. So what I like to do is apply it, you know, in a very light, thin layer here, all around here, and I wait for my nose and my forehead until last because you don't really need a lot of coverage. Most people don't need a lot of coverage there. Some people do have like redness and stuff on their nose, but then I'll go in with, this is the Skin Smoothing Complexion Brush, is the 704 from It Cosmetics. And I'm just gonna go in and like kind of stipple the product into the skin with this guy. And then with the excess product that's now on the brush, I will then bring that up to my nose and forehead and kind of blend it out. Now I'm just going in with, this is actually the NYX version of the Beauty Blender, and I've been really liking it. I like this kind of flat edge. I just go through the sponges so quickly that I'd like to try new ones and less expensive ones, but I still love my Beauty Blender. But anyway, so I'm gonna go in and just make sure everything's quite smooth with this guy. I am having some skin flare-ups. I had like a crazy breakout around my mouth, in addition to some more breakouts around here. I've been wanting to try some prescription because it's just getting so bad, but I don't want to do anything too harsh in case I like, you know, end up having kids the next couple years or whatever. So has anyone used like different gel, or are there any other prescriptions that you would recommend? That's the only one that I really know of, so I've been looking into that. But anyway, I don't know. I need to get facials more regularly. But anyway, all that to say, we have been having some skin flare-ups, but that's okay. Now I'm just gonna brush my eyebrows up and add a little bit of my favorite, current favorite blush, just so that I look a little bit more alive for this call. So this would be a good stopping point if you're literally just running out of the house. You could use like a tinted moisturizer or something, brush up your brows or fill them in as you want, add like a lip gloss and be good to go, unless you wanted to add mascara. But I'm just stopping here because I need like a good stopping point. So in order to, so that I don't look like, I wanna look a little more awake, I'm loving this ELF Eyes Lips Face Putty Blush. It's like pretty affordable. This is my favorite right now. I've been using the Pixie and I found that it was like kind of sticky and I really liked it for so long, but after I tried this, it has such a light powder finish. I just love to like press this into the cheek, and I like to kind of bring it up around the brow area. It just gives like a full summer flush. So just kind of makes you look awake. And if you have redness and you're scared of using blush, I actually find that it's really, really helpful to redirect the eye to the redness, the area away from the redness, and to give like a flush in the area you want it, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm hopping onto my call now. I got a little package with some wine in it. Anyway, so yeah, I left it at this stopping point. I just brushed up my brows, added a little blush, and as you can see, I just look like somewhat presentable. I put on a little bit of Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip gloss. I'm gonna jump into my call, and when I come back, I'm gonna finish my makeup and hair for you guys. And let's finish our makeup. This is exciting. So I'm gonna finish my putty blush. One thing about blush is it's the first thing to fade on your face. So I think a lot of people are afraid of blush or using too much blush. Another tip about blush, if you want your cheeks to appear like more like apple of the cheek, like juicy vibes, you can really put it right on the apple of the cheek. And if you want your face to be a little bit more like angular, you can concentrate it up more around the cheekbone. So I'm just doing this up here. So if I'm like running out of the house quickly, I'll just do blush. I don't do contour and bronzer. If I'm doing, but like I'm gonna show you guys contour and bronzer just because it's a spring summer look. And I do like to take the excess product and kind of put it up over my nose and up here. I just think it creates like a overall flushed appearance. And like I said, this is a pretty peachy neutral color, and it doesn't read as like a crazy blush. As you can see, it just kind of looks like a flush appearance on the skin. For bronzer and contour, I use this is Persona Beauty. I've been using this about a week or a little more. So this is a bronze multi-stick. It's meant to like mimic the sun, so it's not too ashy or too pigmented. I like to just, so the difference really between contouring and bronzing is kind of like adding that glow in where the sun naturally hits you, and contouring is to create cheekbones or strong jawline. So I kind of do it as one and the same. You can do this with a brush. Some people don't like to apply directly with a stick because it smudges the makeup you've already put on. I don't care. So I do it like this. So I'm just gonna like do it up around my hairline. Imagine where the sun would naturally kind of hit you, those high points of your face, like the parts of your face that would catch the sun is kind of where I like to concentrate that. So I'm just gonna kind of do it here, and then I am gonna add like a little bit of a I can use the word cheekbone, a little bit of a cheekbone moment. And then I love to like add a little jawline back in, and I do have quite a chin on me, so I'm gonna kind of carve that girl back down. But you do not need contouring, nobody does. It's just a personal preference. So I don't really do too much with my nose. Sometimes I'll, you know, do a little here and there. I actually like the bridge of my nose to appear a little bit wider. It's a personal preference thing. So when you are blending it out, I like to kind of push it up, give like a lifted appearance, because you don't want like a sallow sunken appearance. And I'm using that same foundation brush to blend this in. I'm not a makeup pro, everybody, so I'm sure like most makeup pros have like a different brush or more than one for every single thing. I don't. I'm kind of just like a normal gal. Practical, easier, not a guru. So I'm just gonna blend this out. And then when I get to the point that I'm feeling good, I will kind of go in with the Beauty Blender too a little bit here. Just make sure everything is nice and blended. So essentially I like to use all the cream products before I move into powder, because then you can really like set with powder. And once you move to powder, I think it's weird to layer cream back on top. It can give like a cakey look. So I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of my favorite liquid highlighter. And by the way, I'm exploring new makeup techniques always, and there's like a look, like a glowy look that I really want to master. I also want to master like the perfect Charlotte Tilbury face. So as I get better at other things, this is just what I've been doing every day, and that what I did, like for example at Coachella, etc. So this is just my little easy everyday, and as soon as I master other looks or play with other things, I'll make sure to update you guys here if you like beauty stuff from me. But this is just Dior Backstage. This is the universal color, and I'm just patting it like where I would like on, as you can see, it's just highlighting the cheekbone here, and I go kind of up into brow bone and stuff, because once I do my brows, I don't really like to play with them up here, especially like with a liquid. So just adding a little bit of kind of dewiness to any little spots that I want to highlight. So I'm kind of really focusing on this little C area. I put a tiny bit here. You can put a little in your Cupid's bow, and that is about it. And I press that in so that it looks really seamless. Let's see if we can get a focus here. There we go. So that's that. Now we're gonna go in and do brows. And once I move to brows, I kind of have moved to mostly the powder portion. So just gonna brush my brows up so that we get that shape. It is time for me to relaminate. As you guys know, I've been wanting to make a lamination video for you. So I'm working out tomorrow, so I'm gonna sweat. So I think I could probably do it for you guys on Thursday, because that'll give me a 24-hour period where I don't have to be like wet. This brow is annoying. This brow is a lot more cooperative. We all have brows that give us good days and bad days. So I like to brush up and just see what natural shape I'm working with. This is really these brows. So my brows grow this way, and I really want them to brush up, which is why I laminate them. But as you can see, they're kind of like starting to want to go this way, and it's really tough to get them to go up here. So that's what I'm working with, but we're gonna work with it. Brush them up as much as I can to get that full volume and to figure out where my arch can be. And then I just go in. I love using Precisely my brow pencil. I'm using the shade 3 from Benefit. And what I like to do is just really do very small, natural looking strokes. So as you can see, there's a bit of sparseness here. I like to really just mimic the brow hairs and do really delicate little strokes that are very hair-like. So you really just can't tell the difference between the pencil and the brow. I like you to be able to see skin through. I just like it to look natural. And then as the hair kind of grows this way here, I'll kind of do the strokes more that way than up, and kind of mimic the natural growth pattern of the hair. And I have some sparseness here in the arch, so I'm going to kind of fill that in a little, and that's that brow. It looks really good, I think. So I'm just gonna kind of brush up. Be careful when you brush up after, because you can really like transfer and move the product. So I kind of try to brush lightly, but that gives me a view of like how the whole brow is looking. And I think she's looking pretty good. You can tell that there's a big difference between this brow and this brow. And I think that this side of my face just looks so much more awake with that brow. So that's a personal preference. Another thing I really think is a good thing is to kind of hold your tool, whether it's a brush, whether it's this, a little bit further back with a lighter hand. I happen to be really heavy-handed with everything. I write hard. I'm just kind of like a gripper. So one tip that I've been trying to implement is to take things a little softer. You can always build. It's easier to build than to try to remove if things get too much or too cakey. There we go. So she's already looking a lot better, and you can tell it's just like very light little strokes throughout. I'm gonna carefully brush her up again. I think it's looking really good. Yeah, we're having a good brow day. Who'd have thought? There are some new products I've been wanting to try and review, so I can do an updated makeup routine, like an updated summer makeup routine soon, but I'm just gonna use what's in my kit here because it's just easier and faster. I do have the Anastasia brow, like the clear gel that I used at my friend Lindsay's, and I actually think I have an unopened one in a bag that I haven't used. So right now I'm going in with Kelly Baker brows. Kelly Baker's amazing. She's done brows for like the Kardashians and tons of celebrities. She's an entrepreneur here in LA, and she's just awesome. So anyway, I use her clear gel. She used to see people in person on Abbott Kinney. I don't know if she does anymore, or if she still has artists that work under her, or if she just doesn't, if she only focuses on her products. But I did have her eye pencil. I'm just out of it, but I keep going back to the Precisely my brow pencil. I actually taught a little makeup class over the weekend to my sister's friend who's getting married, the little bachelorette party I went to where I was with my sister and her niece. I was helping with my niece. So I was like trying this against their brow pencils, and the fine, like feathery strokes you can get with Precisely My Brow Pencil is one of the best that I found. There are other brands that have very thin points, but I personally find that that's really important to me, is to have a very fine stroke or like a fine point. All right, I am now brushing up. Okay, there we go, looking good. Now that I have them brushed up, I feel like this is a lot thicker here than this arch. This arch is kind of sparse. So I'm gonna go, you can always fix things. I'm gonna go back in and just add a few more gentle strokes to where the brow gel was. I think I might have even wiped it off accidentally, I'm not sure. That's a little better. There we go. We're gonna go in and work on our eyeshadow. I have an eye primer that's by CoverGirl that I use, I just put on, but you need to set eye primer with powder, because otherwise the powder you use when you're like doing any blending or anything is just gonna stick directly to that. I don't have that with me, it's in the other room, and this is just my like travel kit. So I actually obviously put like a little concealer and foundation on my eye, so I'm just gonna set it with this neutral powder. I've got this little like warm palette I've really been liking by Smashbox. I have quite a lot of palettes, but I like smaller ones for travel, which is why I've been using this one. But if you guys want recommendations for palettes, let me know. I would just say like anything that has nice warm tones for summer is gonna be great. So I'm just gonna set my eyes with that. And then this is my like simple summer thing I've been doing, which is actually using my blush. This favorite blush is called Peach, and it is a very peachy by Laura Mercier. I love it. And I've just been using it as an eyeshadow and a blush. So I just did this. I'm gonna knock off that excess powder, and I'm really lightly, like with the end of my brush, gonna like kind of put that on top to set the whole blush moment on the rest of my face. And then I'm gonna go in and create a wash of color with that same look. It just feels very like, I guess like cohesive when it kind of, the same color I feel like is used throughout the face. So then I'm just gonna go in and do a full wash of this. Blend here, and then I'm even gonna take it underneath a little bit. I've just been using this as my everyday, just a fun little wash. So as you can see, it really, especially if you have blue eyes, it's gonna make a pop. But you can do this with anything. I have a few other like color wash things I've been wanting to try. I was using this actually for a long time. This is Glossier's Sky Wash, and the color is Valley. So it's a liquid that like dries without creasing. And so this is essentially the same thing. It's just this is dried out and old. I actually just bought a new one, and I bought every color of Sky Wash because I thought it'd be very fun to start matching my outfits to my eyeshadow. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I get these wild harebrained ideas, and we'll see how it goes. But anyway, you know, pop in the color here on the lid, doing a full wash, and then taking it down a little bit, and then even like lightly blending it up once there's not as much product on the brush, because once you start going up and up, pretty soon you have like eyeshadow all the way up to your brows. Gotta be careful, huh? There. So I think that that's just like a nice even little wash of color. And again, I'm even just gonna kind of blend from the outer corner down here, and it just creates like an all over peachy glowy look. And the next thing I'm gonna do is go in, oh my gosh, tell me I didn't leave that brush behind. Nope, here it is. I have this little angular brush here, and I'm gonna use this with a brown shadow and just do like a waterline, not a waterline, sorry, a powder line, like just a very delicately up here. So I like to mimic my lashes. So what I found is the best way to do that. First of all, I love the tape trick. If you wanna do that, you can do that. But wherever your eyes naturally end here, continuing that up. So from your bottom lid here, right, where it meets the corner, mimicking that shape as far as like the level of upness you want to go. I hope that makes sense. My technical language is not really very strong. So can you see that that's just like a nice kind of softer line? And then I'll go in and just barely do the lash line here. And the goal being that it looks just like lashes or shadows, and it doesn't have the effect of like a super harsh line. So once we add our mascara, it's almost undetectable, but as you can see, it really opens up the eye and makes it look a lot bigger, brighter, more awake. I think it looks really nice. If you were wanting to go out, or you really want like a shimmery look, I love this Hourglass Cosmetics. This is Aura. This is their Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow in Aura. I have these in a few colors, and they are truly my favorite. It's so beautiful. You just dip your finger in, and it's just so highly pigmented. And I'm gonna show you like how it transforms this look. I like to start it just right on the eyeball, and then just kind of go inward and then outward. So if you can see the difference between the two lids, I just think it adds like a bit of a sparkle and pop, and it's just really nice, and it layers really nicely over a lot of different eyeshadow colors. So I'm just adding just a tiny bit of shimmer, but that's absolutely optional. You can totally just use your blush as an eyeshadow and like keep things very, very simple. Yeah, now I'm just gonna go and do mascara, lips, and that's me done. You can come in with like a powder highlight if you want just like a little more, you know, dew. I'm gonna finish with a spritzing like a finishing spray. What do they freaking call that? Setting spray. Guys, wow. Current favorite mascara right now is the Bad Gal Bang from Benefit. I love this because it has such a delicate little brush and it's so great for the bottom. So I'm just gonna go in and do a nice coat of this. I also have been loving the YSL, but I feel like I've been using it for a few months and it's just a little bit dried out. So when I got this fresh brush, I was like, oh. But I switch mascaras fairly regularly. I will sometimes come back to ones that I like, but I'm open to trying a ton of new ones, and I find like they all are great in their own ways. So I'm probably never gonna stick to one kind of mascara. Comment below though and let me know if you guys have like any products you just keep using again and again and again. The only products I find myself using again and again and again are really foundation, and then my brow pencils, like the only ones that I keep coming back to, and sometimes lip colors, but not even that. Like I stay within the same color family, but it might be a different, you know, brand or a different product. I have to jump on my second call now, but we pretty much got this done. So I'm just gonna finish my mascara, then we'll take our call, and then we'll finish our hair, and then we're gonna film some content, okay? I got mascara above. I hate that. I like to keep Q-tips on hand to like clean that up. I don't have any with me right now, of course, but I'll get back to that later. But really liking the way this looks turning out. I'm gonna do my unders. If you have oily skin, make sure to powder set, you know, under the eyes and in places that you tend to get oily. I don't generally have that problem, so I don't generally do that. But if I'm having like a long day or a shoot day or an intense day, I might. I love how that opens up under the eye. I like to kind of keep this look fresh without any underliner. Just think it keeps the eyes bright and open. This is very daytime appropriate. This looks really great in direct sunlight. That's why I love this look so much. I feel like it's really versatile. And even though the color is like orange, it really reads as a neutral and just brightens up the skin. And I think it's just perfect. So I need to fix that little under eye spot. But here is the final eyebrow look. It just looks very bright and summery and cheery. And I'm just gonna put on my favorite neutral lip right now. This might be a little too neutral. I could probably stand to do something a little peachier with this look. But I have both. I guess I'll just use this Persona Beauty Dusk eye pencil. It's kind of like along this whole color family. And I love to do lip pencil, because I have a melasma here and it just kind of helps neutralize that. And I also find that when you do it on your whole lip, as the lipstick and as the lip stuff wears off, it wears off really beautifully and naturally. You don't really have lip lines if you fill in the whole thing. So I like it to be quite natural. I'm gonna do that. Now I'm going to put on this Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick, just one thin coat. And then I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of gloss. I have this Charlotte Tilbury. This is Pillow Talk, but it's the little shiny gloss. It's very pretty. It's a little like sample size. I got in a little gift set. And I'm just gonna put that just in the pout area of the lip and kind of blend it out. So it looks a little shiny, but it's not like a thick gloss. So it just kind of looks almost like a naturally moist, I bet you guys hate that word, look. If you hate that word, comment below and tell me you hate me, bye. Anyway, so here's the finished look. I just think it's really natural and pretty. Yeah, it's just my favorite look right now. So tell me what you guys think. I especially think it makes like lighter eyes pop. And once I do my hair, everything will be looking better. I'm gonna hop on my call and I'll catch you guys in a second. Okay, what was our goal for that? Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I have like a pretty, thank you. Okay, my meeting is done. I'm gonna curl my hair. I like to start with it, obviously, like dry products, prep. The wet product that I use had heat protection. If not, you could use a heat protectant spray, but I'm gonna show you the curling iron that I use is this T3. If you're thinking about doing this haircut, or if you have it and you're just curious about simple styles, I would probably do this with this bigger barrel. But it's super easy to just do like a simple little tuck out moment. And that, I think it's a little better with the bigger. But anyway, I just thought I'd offer that up. That's what I did for all of Coachella, because it was just easier and I knew that I would get really hot and the wave would just be too much. So I really like my hair straight at this length as well. I just think it's nice and crisp. I love a little like turn out or turn under. So today we're doing my little favorite relaxed wave. You do not need to separate your hair if you don't have a ton. Like this weekend when I was traveling, I didn't separate it because I didn't bring a clip with me and I was in a hurry. So it's a personal preference reference thing. Today I am just gonna do it because I think it might help me show you guys the technique a little better. So here is my hair. So once my curling iron is heated up, I'm going to, I think I showed you guys this technique on my hair when it was even a little longer, and I'm still using the same technique. So I like to use a clamp wand. I know some people like just the wand. You can still use this curling iron to do that. That's just more of like a kind of a mermaid vibe, which I should probably play with, but I'm just gonna show you what I do every day just because that's what I'm doing today. But I usually like take it about halfway down and clamp it, and then I continue to twirl it while I'm curling it. And then when I get down to the bottom, I unwrap and pull straight. So you have something that looks like this, which is confusing, but I promise that it looks good when it's all done. We might've got a weird one then. I'm gonna show you this again. So I'm just gonna do whirl like this and then undo it and pull the end straight. So we just get like one bend kind of thing. And when they all start to stack up, you'll see that that bend kind of stacks up. And I like that look. Some people like it to be a little bit more not uniform, but I really like that uniform look. And it should go pretty quick, especially if you have hair this short. Keep it moving, untwist it, pull it straight. Gonna move to this other side and do the same thing. You can see it gets that like perfect little wave. I know some people like to do this with a flat iron too. I have not mastered that. I also don't like to drag all my hair through a flat iron that much because I'm worried about the damage. But I have friends that have shorter hair, that have very healthy hair, that do it and it looks great, but I just haven't done that yet and I haven't mastered that move. So I'm sticking with what I know, which is this. And I feel like once you get that like muscle memory down, it's a lot easier. Eee. Okay, so I'm gonna take down the top layer, part it in the middle, and just continue. I like to do these pieces last. I always say that no matter the length of my hair because they are the most, I don't know, the face framing pieces, and I wanna make sure those are the best. So I kind of wait and do the rest and then do those last. Moving along quickly. And then when you get to the top, just unwrapping. It can be tricky with shorter hair to get this move, so don't feel, you know, if it's like kind of hard, you can always wrap some, you can always curl some and then straighten the ends. It can be, as you get up to the top here, it can be kind of hard with shorter hair to release the barrel up here, so just be easy on yourself. But this is what we want the curl to look like. As you can see, we're starting to get that like curl pattern that is just that cute little wave. I especially love this when I use like a little hair clip. See, I accidentally, this is what happens when you don't pull it straight. And that's not the vibe. That's too pageanty for us, which there's nothing wrong with pageantiness if that's what you're into. That's just not what I'm going through for this. I'm going for like a deconstructed. So I'm actually gonna go back in and try to straighten that a little bit. And it worked pretty well, but anyway. Struggle, what can I say? Also, it's like middle of the day and I'm just now getting ready and it's okay, everything's fine. Just finishing this side. I actually did a couple pieces before I remembered to start the camera, so this is what we're looking like, and we still got this whole chunk to do right here. So I've got some breakage, and I kind of want it to like take on the bend of the rest of the hair so it doesn't like become its own thing. And I find that when I curl it with the rest, it kind of stays in line. And that should be it. So this is what it looks like, and I'm gonna let this side cool completely a little more. I'm gonna take this down, just let it all cool, and then we're gonna spray it. I actually put like a light hold hairspray in and then let it cool the rest of the way. And now I like to brush it. I know that really scares some people, especially if you have hair that doesn't like to hold a curl. You can skip this step, or if you want it to really look like hand tousled. I don't like this pieciness. I like it to look like a little softer because it naturally pieces out anyway. And I just want to see that little bit of a bend, but this is just my vibe. This is what I like, and you should do what you like. And kind of just see where the wave lies. And then I have like clean hair, which is cool, I guess, but annoying as far as texture goes, just because my hair is very fine and so I don't have a ton of volume. So I'm going to do, I use 2 volumizing products that I absolutely love. You absolutely don't need both of them. You could definitely use them interchangeably. I just love this Kendra Dry Volume Burst, and I think I've shared this with you guys before. I have shared it on Instagram. I don't know if I've shared it here, but it's gonna blow your mind how much volume I'm about to get. So as you can see, this is like, it looks great, but it's a bit flat. If you just kind of spray this in here and then use your fingers to kind of work it, gives so much volume and I love it. So I'm gonna do this. I wonder if it actually tells you, yeah, 8 to 10 inches from hair, and you're supposed to spray you can spray hair root to ends. I just personally think this product is amazing at the roots, but nothing beats Orbe's dry texturizing spray for me for the ends. Way makes one, IGK I think makes one. Like there's a few other brands that make them as well, but my favorite of all time is Sorbet. I like the way it smells, I just like the way it looks. So here's where we're at volume wise after using that spray. As you can tell, there's a ton of volume. It obviously like wears down, so I usually go a little bigger to start, and then it kind of chills. So here's where we're at there, and then I'm gonna use this Sorbet dry texturizing spray throughout the ends just to give a little bit more texture, and that kind of helps that wave pattern hold. And I just think it's so cute. Here's what it looks like. It's really cute to like tuck one side, especially if you have a fun earring or something. You can obviously like change the part, do one of these. A lot of different things we can do with this. I'm keeping middle, so that's my vibe right now. And I'm gonna keep it just kind of down, but I love like if you have shorter hair, it's really cute to like throw a clip in one side. I wouldn't use this one, obviously I'd use like a cute clip, but that's kind of the vibe. Let me see if I can take you guys. This is it. I like to tuck that side and kind of play with it, and I like to just create that one kind of wave. I think like when hair is so short, I don't love it curled because I think it looks just not as modern and fresh and cool. So this is that. Yay! I feel like this lighting does do it justice a little better. So I'm actually gonna get out of my robe. Oh, I'm gonna set my face, but I'm using this Peach and Lily, I'm stepping on stuff, Glass Skin Veil Mist. I actually love using the Super Goop or the Kate Somerville spray throughout the day because it has SPF in it. And once you apply your SPF under your makeup, it only is good for like 90 minutes or something. So I love to have a spray SPF with me, but just for setting the makeup, I love going in with this Glass Skin. I'm a bit generous if you can't tell. And as it dries, I feel like it just gives that like dewy, perfect finish. It helps set all the makeup. And this is our little summer vibe look. I happen to find a clip here that would be a cute vibe. You get what you picking up what I'm putting down. I have so many cute like hair accessories and accessories in general. It's been kind of my thing lately. So if you guys want to see any accessory videos, let me know. I'm actually gonna film a little haul right now and another little style video. So stay tuned on my other socials for that. I've been posting a lot more on like Instagram stories and on TikTok and stuff like that. So just trying to get back in the swing of being home and travel. I'm just not used to the pace of life, as I just talked about last week, going from 0 to 60. So be gentle with yourself, take good care of yourself, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And if there's any questions that you have, if there's anything else you want to see, comment below. I'll try to link these products that I use. I'll try to remember everything and link it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for being here, and I hope this video was helpful. Let me know if you want more follow along hair makeup tutorial stuff. Bye!